Yeah, but that's changing. Jason's got the latest on all of that, because it's quite a situation, isn't it, Jay?
It is, Betsy. I think that was kind of a setup that we were all standing in here laughing, seeing how you were going to stuff all that in your mouth there with that big hot dog and all that cheese. Severance Hall is having a bit of a event happening for this evening. Mozart and Strauss. How about there's a little music for you there. It begins at 7:30. It'll be 40s out there. So look at this. We're already in the upper 60s right now. But as Betsy was saying there, oh, but a change is going to be moving on in. There's our frontal boundary. So draw on where those color contours right now. You already can tell the temperatures are following suit as well. 27 right now in Kansas City. 44 along the lakeside. But when you look at Cleveland Hopkins Airport, we're in the upper 60s right now. Nearing 70 degrees from Millersburg, low 70s Dover, and also New Philly, 72 right now in Carrollton, even Akron busting a record for today. And we'll talk about that in the second half hour. Gusty winds also following suit as well. This is our theme for you today. Temperatures, winds, and exactly where that frontal boundary is going to be moving through. So most of us here throughout the day have kind of been subdued in terms of our temperatures until that warm front pushed a little bit farther north. Frigid Friday. This is where we're going to start out here and talk about a few flurries moving through, and a weekend outlook looks much brighter and also a bit more pleasant as well. For the rest of the evening, as I said before, we're kind of go flirting back into the mid to low 40s, eventually moving into the 30s. However, the gusty winds will be continuing for the rest of the evening into the early morning hours for us as well. 4 or 5 a.m. we got gusts approaching 25 to 30 miles per hour. That will continue with that northwest breeze. You bet your bottom dollar it's going to be a cold Friday afternoon across the region. And then around sunset, that's when our winds will be coming down. But also our temperatures will be dropping as well Friday night into Saturday. Here's your National Design Mart forecast. Notice there's that frontal boundary still around 637. We still have some upper 50s and low 60s. We're already in the 30s lakeside. That frontal boundary will be subtle, but it also continue to pass farther south around dinner time and even bedtime tonight. Most of us will be back into the 30s and 40s. Then we could power on just a little bit of the lake. This is not going to be a moisture latent system. However, because we have that northwest wind, we could be sparking off a few flurries for early Friday morning. Through the afternoon, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds and also remaining for the most part in the 20s. So it's going to be a stark contrast to today for our Friday. Because of the high winds and also the chilly weather, we're going to have wind chills flirting back into the teens across the area, even around 6 a.m. for you tomorrow morning. All in all, a cold Friday, but a better weekend ahead. 40s both Saturday as well as Sundays. And Sunday, I think we're likely going to push into the mid-40s as well. Here's your Junior Homework at 7 a.m. outlook. 20s again for tomorrow. Low 40s on Saturday. Look at this. Sunday, we got increasing clouds in the afternoon. Back into the 50s we go for Monday. Rain will be likely. Some of it could be lingering to early Tuesday. Mid-40s and then eventually moving back to the mild territory by Wednesday. And even Thursday, some models are predicting perhaps upper 50s. Jay and Bets.
All right, Jace, go treat yourself to some chili.
Uh-huh.
It's really good.
Highly
I
recommend.
got my running shoes on.
Yeah.
And if you've never had their oyster crackers, too.
Oh, they're the best. I think this is your favorite restaurant. I've never seen you like this over food before.
I love this. I grew up on it, so it's
All right.